y'all, we come with the worst crimes in TikTok history. I ain't gonna lie, bro. What crimes be happening on TikTok? Which I ain't got TikTok as of like lately because I found myself being on TikTok like a lot, so I had to delete it because like I hate when a app is consuming me, like, and I'm just like always swiping up and down, spending hours on that motherfucker. So I deleted it. But y'all let me know if y'all still be on TikTok, and like let me know what trends be going on, cause I be out the loop. Cause y'all low key be trying to call me old, but I just be out the loop. That's all it is. But let's go ahead and get to video with new people, new subscribers. Let's get to it.
There's a place to share fun dance videos, and over time has become one of the biggest social media platforms on the planet. The app is responsible for launching the careers of multiple huge influencers.
Who is
and
Apple?
making several regular
Apple
people
made
famous
TikTok?
overnight.
Said?
However, it also seems to be a breeding ground for criminals and a chronicler of some of its users' victimization or fall from grace.
Interesting.
And so in this video, we're going to be going over some of the most disturbing TikToks ever uploaded to the platform.
Yeah.
Beginning with Jinkid. Anna Marie and Ali Abdullah seem like a perfect couple. The two met in 2014 when they were both stationed in Japan or serving in the Air Force. A romance quickly sparked between them during their service, but there were issues on the get-go. Ali was discharged from the Air Force for allegedly assaulting one of Anna's friends. He then returned to Virginia, and Anna returned to the Philippines, where she eventually learned she was pregnant with her and Ali's daughter.
Wow.
Ali responded quickly, getting his hands on a visa for her and flying her over to the United States where the two would get married. Then in 2019, Ali would get her first taste of fame. He joined TikTok under the handle Jinkid and started filming little skits in which he'd do impressions of characters from video games and classic films.
Need something?
His most popular impression was of Tony Montana from Scarface.
I ain't gonna lie.
While his videos did do well,
He's very convincing.
900,000 followers, they tended to do better when his wife.
Nigga, damn! 12 million? What the fuck? Shit! 12 million likes? Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm scared to get too famous. To like the point that 12 million people have seen my face. Shit.
Wife made an appearance, something that didn't sit well with the
Which is
TikTok
kind of
staff.
contradicting
While the two
because
did seem
I'm
to
on
be a great
YouTube,
couple,
but still.
claimed to have a drama-free relationship, things were quickly going downhill after they moved to San Diego. Around the same time as their move, Anna started to develop an online presence and a decent following. Unfortunately, this brought out an ugly side in Ali, who became very possessive and jealous. Ali started filming videos of himself yelling at his wife after allegedly using drugs. He would often accuse her of cheating, which it turns out he was actually guilty of himself. Either that or he didn't.
That usually be the case, y'all. Listen, I'm giving y'all a game. If your partner randomly just start thinking that you cheating, it's them. It's them. Just leave. Get the fuck out. Cause I don't know what's finna happen to Shawty. But clearly, if it's on the worst crimes in TikTok, it ain't finna be good. So leave. I'm trying to tell you, leave. Them people are abusive. Get out of there. Get out of there.
And so her purposefully started an argument. He no longer viewed her as a person but as his property, and believed she owed him something after all he had done for her. After suffering through this for a while, Anna decided enough was enough and broke up with Ali for the sake of herself and their now 5-year-old daughter. Rather than let them leave, Ali agreed to let Anna stay in the apartment with her daughter while he left. While it might have seemed that the breakup could have woken him up to his crazy behavior, it was soon apparent that Ali was only sinking deeper into it. He wasn't going to let Anna and his daughter go that easily. Motivated by jealousy and the need to control his wife, Ali broke back into the apartment on October 25th, 2021 and vandalized it. Once he finished leaving his mark, he installed an app on his young daughter's tablet so it would function as a listening device and placed it behind her bed, so he could always listen in on everything that happened when he wasn't there. When Anna returned...
Are you weird as fuck? Are you weird? Bruh, one, you hit your daughter's tablet away from her? That's already crazy. Bruh, she probably looking for Cocomelon and all types of movies and shows on her tablet. First of all, you didn't even think about that. Two, you just gonna listen to everything that's going on in the house? I mean, I doubt it's crazy, the stuff that's going on in the house, but even still, who? Bro, watch who y'all marry, bro. Please. Like, no, like, for real. Watch who you date, marry, have fun with, friends, all those, bro. People be weird, bro. Some of your biggest haters is either your boyfriend, girlfriend, your friend, your mom, your dad, your cousin. It be them. It do be them, bro. What the? And another thing, bro. To all my men, bro. You actually forget to all people in general. You do not own these people. If they decide to up and leave, let them go. Like I literally, I don't understand it. I can't wrap my head around how y'all think. Like you really have a mental illness, and people think that. Like, how do y'all think life works? You get something, it's just supposed to stay that way. The rest, like, through time, you have played with toys. You got over toys. You done played. You done been in middle school, high school, element, all those grades. You've been through all of them. You had to let it go. Like, but when you get a person and they decide to leave, you decide to, bro, that's lame. You're lame.
Returned to the apartment.
That's lame.
She knew exactly who was responsible for the mess. She immediately called a friend to tell her what happened.
911.
Asked if she could pick up her daughter from school so that Anna could clean up the mess, hoping to keep her daughter as far away from her parents' drama as possible. She then called another friend, Rayburn Barron, someone Ali was incredibly jealous of, and asked him to come and help. Little did she know that when Rayburn would arrive at the apartment to help, Ali was tuning into his new app. As soon as he heard his wife laughing with another man, Ali sped back to Anna's apartment, gun in hand, and burst in to find her on the couch with her friend, Rayburn Barron.
When you found her?
Immediately, he shot Barron 3 times before turning his weapon on Anna and shooting her in the head. The deed was done, and Ali rushed out to the apartment to pick up his daughter from school. Shortly after picking up his daughter, he then called his mother and confessed that he had just murdered Anna before later calling the police.
So you did that, then you go pick your daughter up from school, like everything's okay, and now you finna get arrested, and now this girl don't even have a family no more? Oh my god, bro. This is, bro, for what? For what? Please, women, like this is dedicated to my, please, bro, do not, bro, if he lack confidence, if he lacks the genuine qualities of a man, and most of y'all really ain't seen a real, genuine, good man in y'all lives, bro, because for whatever reason, like, bro, what the, how do you even attract this? Like, just weird, just, you're weird, lame, just.
Himself. 40 minutes later, while Ali was traveling on the highway, he was stopped by police and promptly arrested, with the officers charging him on 2 counts of first-degree murder.
Wow.
During his trial, Ali blamed social media for his violent tendencies, claiming the fame from TikTok had messed with his brain and made him aggressive. The sad thing was
No, that it was always in you, dog. That was always in you. Like, no, I'm sorry, no. Social fame, wealth, all that. It just amplifies who you are inside, bro. No, I'm not gonna let you just run off with this. The social media that did it. No, it was you. You was always weird. You was always aggressive. You was, bro. You been had crazy thoughts, bro. Stop.
that Ali was more upset over losing his business than losing his family. Shortly after he was arrested, someone posted a video on YouTube for Ali in which he apologized. However, he wasn't apologizing for the heinous crimes he'd committed, but instead for the fact that he hadn't been able to make more content. He pled not guilty, and during his testimony he claimed that he just snapped and had shot the gun before he realized what he was doing and couldn't stop. His attorney also tried to argue that he'd acted out of passion and provocation, not judgment or malice. She even went so far as to say that it was a heat-of-the-moment reaction born out of a worsening mental health issue that was the result of childhood trauma and extensive drug use. But the deputy district attorney was having none of it. She argued that claiming someone had acted in the heat of the moment didn't really work when that person had purposely bugged an apartment they shouldn't have been able to get into, used a key they weren't supposed to have, and made a conscious effort to bring a gun to a fight that no one knew what was happening but them. When the judge announced that Ali had been found guilty, Anna Marie and Rayburn's loved ones erupted into cheers. But it was a horrendous warning of what TikTok can do to certain individuals. Social media sites like TikTok are especially dangerous for losing your privacy and can open up all sorts of problems.
Alright, social media does not do none of that, I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you don't want something to be on social media, guess what? It's not going on there. Like, bruh, like, if I didn't want y'all to see my room, nigga, you're not seeing my room. if I didn't want you to know I had a kid, you're not knowing I have a kid. Bro, stop acting. Y'all be acting like social. No, it's you. I'm sorry, bro. If social media is making you depressed, get off. Like, what is, bro? Like, are y'all, bro? Are y'all serious? Are y'all serious? Bro, it don't make sense. Make it make sense, bro. Like, please, like, for real, bro. Like, the reason why I'm finna go, like, the reason why I'm going hard, bro. This is not even hard. The reason why I'm like this right now is because, bro, I know some people make social media ruin their brains. Like, really, I know friends who let social media ruin all types of stuff. Like, get off. You don't need to be on TikTok. Bro, just because a shriek ends on Snapchat does not mean somebody don't like you. But same thing on TikTok. Grow up. You're a grown man, grown woman. What are you talking about? Hey, I know people who had broken friendships over because, oh, we lost our streak. Nigga, emoji, a little flame by your, bro. Y'all weak-minded. Literally, cause how? What?
Which is why I want to tell you about today's sponsor, Proton VPN. The VPN.
I appreciate you though. Get your coins. Get that sponsorship, my boy. I'm proud of you. I don't know you, but I'm proud of you. Hold on, dang, this is a long ad. Jesus Christ. What the?
To click the link in the description below to safeguard your online freedom with Proton. The woman you're seeing.
Alright, but listen, real quick before we get to the second part. Y'all don't let social media ruin y'all brains, bro. Get off like me. I don't. That don't mean I'm an example. Trust me. People are way more off of social media than I am, and I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect at all. But when I am on social media, I try to like be on the positive side. I try to educate myself on different things. Like I'm not using just social media just to laugh, to see fights or whatever. Like people be looking at. Like just make sure you're using it for positivity. Like if you always catch yourself being negative, saying negative things about yourself, about people, change what you're taking in. Change what you're looking at. Change like the different messages. Change people around you, bro. I love y'all, bro. It's gonna be okay. Right.
Thing here
for real.
Is Hannah Viverette, a dancer who was just trying to relax before she settled in for the evening. She was recording a video to post to TikTok before she was rudely interrupted, and this video would be the key to solving one of the many problems she was dealing with at the time. A few weeks before she posted this video to TikTok, Hannah was just a mother who was dealing with the fact that CPS had taken a son from her due to the abusive actions.
What is CPS? CPS. What is CPS? What is CPS? He's probably explaining.
Of a husband
what is
who was not the man she thought he was.
What is CPS? Y'all tell me, what is that? If y'all can, I don't know. Maybe I should have not on the video. What is CPS? Let me think. What is CPS? I feel like I know, but I don't. Oh my god.
She spent months desperately trying to win her boy back, filing a protective order against his father.
Child Protective Service. Thank you. I was like, what? I know what that is. Child Protective. Okay.
And looking for a new apartment and a new job to
Wait, you been? Oh, I just realized what this. Oh, I don't even know you. Oh my god, I just realized what the. Oh my god, it just hit me. You found Oh my god, look at this baby. Wow. I can't say what I want to say because my video gonna get taken down, but that's crazy.
Proved that she was financially stable enough to be allowed to have her child back. With all the legal battles already happening in her life, she didn't have time to worry about her new creepy neighbor. You see, shortly after moving into her apartment, she noticed the regular appearance of a truck outside her apartment and realized the man inside it was watching her. After this kept on happening, it seemed he'd gotten a bit brave and started making advances towards Hannah, all of which she rebuffed or just completely ignored. She didn't think things would go any further than the uncomfortable advances and watching, believing he was just a creep. but it didn't take long for things to escalate. Hannah started dancing and posted her dancing to TikTok to help herself relax after a long day. The routines became particularly helpful for relieving stress while she waited to hear what was happening with her son and CPS. But what she hadn't anticipated was an unwelcome guest interrupting one of her late night dances, especially since she lived on the second floor.
Alexa, off. Who are you? Who are you? Please get off. Please get out. No, please get out. Yes.
I'm gonna let it play, and then I'm finna go off.
Who are you? Please get out of my apartment right now. Please get out of my apartment right now. Get out. Get out. Hello? Please come in.
The man in
I am finna go as far as YouTube will let me, and I'm still gonna hold back while I go out. To all you, I don't want to say the B word. All you weird, dudes out there, bro, that treat women like this, you're fucking lame. You deserve, boy. You deserve punishment, bro. Like, real, bro, you don't deserve. Fuck that. You don't deserve to be here. You don't. I don't care. How do you even move like that? Like, I'm getting mad because this easily could be my mom, my daughter, my girlfriend, bro, anybody. You fucking weird. That pissed me off. I hate weird ass niggas. I hate them. I do. Like, that's so weird. Like, to treat women like objects, that's fucking weird. That's so fucking weird, bro. You don't even think about how that can affect somebody mentally to go to do some weird, lame shit like that, bro. That's weird. Like, it's making me mad, dog. Like, shorty, you don't even know what she like going through because you didn't think about it. You just seeing a pretty one, and you just gonna break in her apartment. Just lame, bro. Deserve fucking life in prison.
Red was Hannah's stalker. After months of watching her from a distance, he decided it would be a good idea to climb up to her balcony, ruining a few Christmas decorations along the way, all to get to her. What he was planning to do, we don't really know, but it couldn't have been anything good. However, fortunately for Hannah, once he saw that he was on camera and possibly realized that things weren't going his way, he left her apartment. However, given that Hannah was terrified out of her mind, she took refuge in a neighbor's apartment where she would report the incident to the police once she calmed down. After handing the authorities the video as evidence, she posted it to TikTok and went viral almost immediately, raking up over 5 million views as people began sharing it with anyone they could. Everyone was curious to know what had happened next, with some offering her advice if she ever found a
Hold on, there's nothing you could have done to prevent this. It's okay to not feel safe. Report it to the police anyway because this could be a pattern. Neighbor, yeah, shout out to the neighbor, bro. Thank God somebody was home and you did such a good job. I would have full on had nervous breakdown. You did really well considering. Me thinking on my daughter or in my daughter. I'm sorry this happened to you. Please call the police, install cameras. This is scary. That's what I'm saying, bro. This could easily be anybody's mom, daughter, cousin, anybody. And, like, this how I know you don't, like, this man don't have nobody a woman that he genuinely loves, bro. Because you wouldn't even think to do nothing like this. Because, like, imagine if it was them. Like, that's how I know you don't got no woman that you really care about. Like, that's weird as, bro. And to dudes who treat women like objects, that's how I know you ain't never loved nobody. You ain't never been loved correctly by a woman. You never loved, bro. That's just weird, dog. Like, that's weird. Like real life, that's weird as
herself in a similar situation, reprimanding her for how she'd handled the break-in or even looking for her intruder. Fortunately for the dancer, it would only be 2 days before the police arrested him on suspicion of stalking, 3rd and 4th degree burglary, and 2nd degree assault. and malicious destruction of property. However, he wouldn't stay in custody long. After meeting with a district court commissioner, he was released on an unsecured $5,000 bond and allowed to return to his home, which was situated in the same apartment complex as Hannah. Understandably, Hannah wasn't feeling safe in her apartment and broke her lease to try and find a new one. Fortunately,
And I hope she ain't have to pay no extra money, because that way it make no sense.
she received no penalties, which was the least the company managing her building could do, considering the circumstances. As her story circled the internet, former MLB pitcher LaTroy Hawkins and his wife Anita decided to not only help her find an apartment with some better security, but also paid the first 6 months of rent, a blessing she and her lawyer thanked the Hawkins for multiple times after they heard the news. The funny thing is, shortly after her stalker was released, ICE got wind of what was going on and arrested him in December in relation to immigration violations. Turns out he was actually in the US illegally and was eventually deported back to Mexico. Despite all the fear, Hannah never stopped dancing, continuing to relax and find joy in the thing that had very likely kept her alive that night. Many people who watched the TikTok video suspected that had she gone to bed earlier, Hannah's story probably would have had a much sadder ending. While Hannah's TikTok was jarring, its virality led her to receive support and opportunities she might not have otherwise received. But unfortunately, in the next case, the only thing TikTok did was prove just how easy it was for prisoners to post content on social media, no matter the crime they committed.
Please let it be a lighter TikTok than that one, because that one just pissed me off.
It's actually scary how common it is for inmates to have smartphones. Some have even developed massive followings after sharing life behind bars, notably Jerome Cohen.
I used to see
However,
them
it's
go live all
important
the
to
time.
remember that all of these guys are behind bars for a reason.
Three
Some
the
videos
guys.
have much more disturbing
What does that
backstories
even
than
mean?
others. This
Three?
here is one of the 10 boys responsible for killing
three?
Jack Woodley.
3 of the guys.
Jack Woodley was a bright young man who, according to his mother, had dealt with many problems and was finally looking to make a turnaround, hoping to start with his new job at Amazon. However, before he started working, he wanted to have some fun at the Hooten Feast in Hooten the Spring with his girlfriend and a few friends. While out enjoying the ride, he met a few boys and had a bit of a friendly conversation regarding a girl who was recently involved in an attack. What he didn't know was that one conversation on that night in October of 2021 would seal his fate.
What you talking about? What you mean?
After enjoying one last ride, Willie began his walk home and re-encountered some of the boys he'd spoken to earlier along the way. They were reeling for a fight and challenged Jack, but he refused. Not letting it go, the boys followed him before one broke off from the rest and punched him from behind. The 9 other boys descended on Woodley almost instantly. Every boy in that group punched, kicked, or stomped on Jack, refusing to let him escape or let anyone help. As this continued, the 18-year-old had crouched down and put his hands over his head, trying to provide himself with as much protection as possible. And while Jack was severely injured, he would have been fine if that had been the extent of the attack. But then the boys started calling for someone to get the chopper out. The chopper was a Rambo-style knife that one of the boys used to stab Jack. The first stab was aimed at his hip, and the second hit him in the back, with the blade passing between his ribs to puncture one of his lungs. Once the boys had finished, they left Jack to collapse in an alley next to Britannia Inn. Witnesses to the attack moved quickly and rushed him to the nearest hospital. Meanwhile, Jack's mother Zoe had yet to hear anything from her son, was pulled out of whatever she was doing when a message pinged on her phone. Instantly, dread and panic settled into her stomach, and she started rushing her husband out of the house, insisting that her son was dead. When they arrived at the hospital, Jack had just come out of a 5-hour operation, and the doctor who met them prepared his parents for the worst. All his mum wanted was to see her son, but she was then met with the last thing a parent would ever want to see. Her firstborn was covered in tubes of all shapes and sizes, surrounded by machines and doctors who were doing what they could to make sure he stayed alive. Desperately wishing to provide her son any kind of comfort, his mother reached out but was stopped by a doctor. Heartbroken for his family, the doctor explained that they weren't allowed to hold Jack's hands, as this would be used as evidence in the case against Jack's attackers. Dead tired but refusing to let her son be without comfort, Zoe was given a gown and 3 layers of gloves while they waited for Jack's next surgery. Before Jack's doctor took him into the theatre, he urged the Woodley family to say their goodbyes, unsure of whether their son would survive. 20 minutes later, Zoe, who had managed to fall asleep in a side room, was woken up with devastating news. Her son was gone. During the boys' trial, Zoe couldn't believe how unfazed they seemed. None of them seemed to realize how serious their involvement in the fight that led to Jack's death was, as they would just laugh and grin as the evidence was given out.
They would laugh when evidence was being given out, and cough, and like, it just, to them it just seemed like it was some kind of game. You know, it was absolutely killing me, even to sit through it. What's wrong with them? Why are they laughing? Why are they laughing at something?
I didn't know this after this shit, bro. He didn't even do nothing. Y'all see, bro, what jealousy and envy could do to you, bro. They just did this for no reason. For no reason. Be safe, y'all. Be safe. This stupid. How? Why? Just, bro. Like, the older you get, bro, like you start to realize how, well, one, how much your parents protected you from like all the bull in the world, bro. But you also realize how evil, but also beautiful the world can be too. This is insane. They did this for no reason. And then, in the face of this man's mother, laughing. Acting like everything just cool, calm. Like they in the principal office getting in trouble for a little fight. This,
So horrific. And I just think, I don't think it hit
Imagine-
them what they'd actually done.
imagine
They
the
seemed to think
trauma.
they couldn't be convicted of murder, but the judge soon wiped the grins off their faces. After listening to all that happened, how each boy had known about the knife and encouraged its use, how none of them had attempted to stop the attack, how it had seemed premeditated and done solely for the excitement and pleasure of seriously injuring a stranger, the judge ruled that the attack and murder was a joint enterprise, and that each one had played a part in the ordeal. All of them were sentenced to life with minimum terms, and each was sentenced varying between 8
Well
and
deserved.
17 years.
Well deserved.
Only once the judge had finished speaking did the boys seem to realize the weight of their actions and the consequences
Fuck
they could
y'all.
receive, and finally started showing emotion. However, Zoe didn't
I
believe
don't care if y'all cry, pin yourselves, or none of that. Life. Nigga, and then I would have started laughing. Man, I couldn't be a judge. Nigga, life. I would have been laughing. Life. That's funny. It's hilarious to me. Cause you know what? I can go home tonight. Where you going? Where you going? Bitch, what? Fuck you. What? I would have been like, boy, I couldn't be no judge. Boy, I'd be laughing straight in their face. Then try to get in my house if you want to. I got that bitch booby trap. Gotta, man, stop playing.
that it was a display of remorse, but rather they were just feeling sorry for themselves, which the judge clearly agreed with, claiming they weren't genuinely sorry for what had happened, only for the consequences their actions brought. Most of the boys' parents felt the sentencing was unfair, and that their son...
Send the parents too. I see why they like that. Send the parents too. Let them sit. Did you hear what they did? I don't care, but unfair. Man, you lucky they ain't get the man. What? But it's pretty fair to me.
Sons had been convicted of a murder they didn't commit, arguing they hadn't held the knife and therefore weren't responsible. Fortunately for Wood,
They literally called, bro. They said, "Buddy, yo, don't you got it? Don't you got it on you? Use that muff." What? And everybody said, "Okay, step back." What are we talking about?
His family, the appeal judge agreed with the verdict and denied every appeal, and all the boys were sent to prison. While Jack's family would forever live with the trauma of what had happened, they were assured that the killers wouldn't be seen for a long, long time. Or at least, that's what they thought anyway. Because unfortunately it seemed that the prison had an opposite effect on some of the boys, namely who people believed to be Callum Madison, the one who had stabbed Jack. After about 2 years in prison, a video of someone who could be Madison was making its rounds on TikTok. It seemed that he'd managed to get a cell phone behind bars, and the video shows him in a cell with a bandana covering his nose and the lower half of his face, probably so that he can remain anonymous while he raps about how gangster he is, essentially glorifying his crime.
I never take that joy, G. Take my chance, I got a child, I pray to set me free. 17 years, I still taking up G. Okay, pay me B. All gang around me, G. Certified killings in my skull, be like the army, G. Visit all community, trying to gather.
It was horrendous and left many people with a bad taste in their mouths, most feeling that this should never have been able to happen. Fortunately, the Attorney General agreed and declared they needed to crack down on mobile phone use and existence within prison.
He needs the chair.
So that something like this would never happen again. While that's all well and good, it does nothing to comfort Woodley's family. who are now not only living with the fact that their son and brother's death was for nothing, but also with the knowledge that these criminals are using TikTok to gain fame and clout, all without any consequence. Whilst the boys behind bars gained views, status, recognition in jail, they were just able to taunt the family for years. In 2023, Ladrius M. Brownlee and Zara started a TikTok page under the name Dino and Zara. They used to show off their life as a couple and all they got up to. They seemed to enjoy each other's company, but they were often praising him for the way he treated her and him always claiming that there was no one else he wanted or showing off a relationship with his young son. For the most part, the two of them seemed really sweet, and people seemed to enjoy the fact that they were a loving couple and weren't afraid to tease and roast each other. People enjoyed watching them so much that over the year that their page was up, they amassed over 150,000 followers. But unfortunately, things didn't stay sweet for long. As the months went by, the more loving videos were replaced with videos of them fighting or arguing with each other over meaningless things like hypothetical questions. Some of their viewers began to speculate that there was something more going on behind the scenes. One of the first videos that set up warning signals for viewers was titled "Hitting My Girlfriend Prank Gone Wrong." Now neither of them come off well on this, but it's particularly bad for Ladrius. The video starts with them lightly hitting Zara to see how she'll respond. Understandably, she didn't appreciate it and retaliated by pretending to hit him back. However, it was the look of terror in her eyes and how quick she was to throw her hands up to try and stop his next hit that drew people's attention in. While this retaliation was fake, the two had still managed to hurt each other. Ladrius doesn't even look slightly remorseful for how much pain Zara's in, and if you watch the video closely, you can see him picking at his own injury to try and make it seem worse. While the look of fear drew people's attention, when Zara got closer to the camera, people really started to worry for her. If you look closely at the right side of her face, there's a slight brownish green tinge under her eye, and a healing cut in her lip, as if she's been struck a few days prior. Fans who had started trying to read into the video as soon as they saw Zara's look of terror were immediately sure that this was a case of domestic violence and were shocked that the couple had even posted it. Unfortunately, this wouldn't be the last time the couple got into a physical altercation on camera. In another video, Ladrius placed her in a chokehold twice, while repeatedly telling her to go to sleep, and she starts hitting him to get out of the hold. When hitting him doesn't work, Zara then resorts to biting him until he lets her go. There are far too many examples of the couple mistreating each other on the page, especially Ladrius, who seems to go out of his way.
I don't know, like, this kind of looks like play fighting, but I ain't gonna lie, I don't know, this could be considered play fighting. Like, I mean, clearly something happens because this is on the worst crimes in TikTok history. But right now, this look like a little bit of play fighting to me. Like, maybe, like, what y'all think? Y'all think this look crazy? Like, I can't tell if they being, like, no, I can't tell if they being serious or not.
Way to insult his girlfriend in the later video.
Okay, never mind. She biting. She biting them. I was like, okay, hold on. Now she biting. She really biting that man.
However, the couple were insistent that everything was fine, with Zara often posting videos on the page to defend her relationship and her happiness within it, which only led people to doubt her words, believing that a person who was genuinely happy.
Nah, this big ass, bro, he too damn big to be fighting people for real though. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he shouldn't be putting hands on nobody. Shit, this nigga might kill us.
In the relationship wouldn't have to fight so hard to prove they were. The couple became increasingly argumentative until everything came to a head on July 5th, 2024. On the way home from the Flower Mound Independence Fest, the pair got into a heated argument, drawing attention from online.
Okay, we just wanted one good video of all of us on vacation, but that didn't work out.
And as things got worse, the argument turned physical, but they eventually got into a car with a few friends in the back seat and drove off.
Okay.
But they didn't get far before Ladrius pulled out a gun and turned it on Zara, shooting her above the eye.
Whoa!
In a moment of remorse, he called 911, admitting to the dispatcher that he'd shot his girlfriend. When the authorities arrived at the scene of the crime, they found her lying on the ground outside of the car. After admitting to shooting her and being verbally and physically abusive in the months leading up to that night, Ladrius was arrested. Zara was rushed to hospital, badly injured but alive. Doctors did everything they could to make sure she would be alive, but told her family to say goodbye in case she wouldn't make it. However, after a week and a half of tense silence, Zara's sister took to Instagram to let people know that she had actually recovered and was already taking her first steps after the incredibly traumatic event. Now, we've yet to hear anything from Zara herself, but her followers are more than happy to hear that she is alive and doing well. As for Ladrius, due to the nature of this crime and the fact that he could flee the country if he got out of jail, the TikToker is currently being held on a $900,000 bond and facing one count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. and 3 counts of deadly conduct. The criminal defense attorney explained that the assault would be considered a first-degree felony.
But what just made him just up? Like, what the? That just went all. They in the car and he just like, what happened?
Meaning the Latteris could spend between 5 to 99 years in prison.
Wow.
Unsurprisingly, most of those who followed the couple or went and watched the videos were calling for him to receive the maximum sentence.
I bet.
This driver, who was smashed at the wheel filming a TikTok video and ended up killing a beautiful young lady in a car crash moments later. It wasn't bad enough that he was drunk, but he was also making a TikTok video as well, and he was sent to jail for only 7 years. It's become such a problem.
Only 7?
The Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles started a Put It Down campaign to discourage TikTok users from driving and filming at the same time. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should risk it, and there's enough evidence to support the concern. TikTok challenges have also played a part in some deaths of younger participants. These kids took on the blackout challenge, but they would hang themselves till they blacked out. The idea is the road.
This is a lot, bro. This, bro. Who made a dumb? Who made that? My kid ain't getting a phone, bro. Or a tablet. Oh my god, bro. I see why. Like, I'm scared to even have a kid, bro. Like, what? Because it's cause then they, even if I don't give them a phone, people around their age gonna have phones. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is insanely sad. Where's I need some happy music or something after this. What the
rope or whatever holding you would break or fall and you would just black out. But sadly, these kids blacked out and hung themselves. And there's a bunch of other challenges that have completely poisoned Generation Z and Generation Alpha. Now, none of these TikTokers intend harm or death, but their desperation is usually to get recognition and so-called clout and fame, just to prove themselves and get rid of their insecurities. And it often leads to serious, if not fatal outcomes that were just never worth it. Now, is TikTok to blame or the TikToker? It's a question.
TikToker!
If not TikTok, the attention-seeking just moves to another platform. But why the desperation for fame in the first place? Sadly, the consequence of their actions plays a bigger role.
What? I don't get it. What is so special about fame? I don't want to be that well known. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm just that great, then everybody know me. Okay, cool. But still, if I ever become that, my nigga, I'm gonna be. Y'all ain't gonna see my ass. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be somewhere. I don't know, but I'm gonna be somewhere put up. In the house, chilling. I don't want to be famous. Hell no, not too. I don't even want to be famous. I want to be like, I want like a little community, you know, where we laugh, chill. I get paid good. We laugh. We like, and I want to do what I love, bro. But to fame, like, do y'all know what famous is? And what all you gotta do, like, nah. Like, I don't know. If I be famous, I wanna be J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar type famous. Not no Drake or Beyonce. Like, you know, cause that's too much.
Role in the lessons learned, or prevention of these instances.
I wanna be put up. You can be famous but put up.
Wisdom and lack thereof, or foresight to see the risk they're taking.
And that's the end of the video. I ain't gonna end it like that. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope this video did not make y'all too down, bro, because life is good. It really is. I promise you, life is really good. Like I know like this video is kind of like on the negative side of things, but it's actually really good, bro. A lot of good things gonna happen in your life. A lot of good things gonna happen in my life. Just keep your head up, cause I know like this is around the time that a lot of people get seasonal depression. So make sure you stop watching negative things, and you know. You watch more positive, and you start using more positive affirmations. Love you, and I see you next video. We out. Ugh.